Disney's senior vice president recorded admitting that company engages in blatantly racist hiring practices. Says there are times when it's spoken, there's no way we're hiring a white male in this role.
Well, it's Disney. They're gonna be woke.
That's the problem. They shouldn't be, and if they can get away with it, everyone else can too. They're supposed to represent family and, like classic stories that everybody loves.
Can you believe it?
Disney's always been magical, and now they're just being racist? What's going on here?
Yeah, they used to put out the image of that, and now it's like they have to go he, they, she, z, zer. What's your pronouns? And not only that, you can't even work there unless you're black or something.
Well, Disney has always been strange about stuff like that.
Not that strange.
Well, yeah, that is
I
true.
mean, yeah, Walt Disney had some messed up point of views, but he built an empire and didn't specifically go on one color and type of person.
That's true.
Or even after him, it was still naturally diverse. Now it's forced diverse.
Yeah.
Despite the company's constant denial to the fact, Disney senior vice president of 20th Television, Michael Giordano, has been caught on camera admitting that the House of Mouse's hiring practices are actively racist toward both white and black individuals. Okay, the reason they're saying and black, they have black people working for them, but if they're not dark skinned enough, they won't promote them or give them the role.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
That's so messed up.
That is messed up.
Well, I'm not going to cover every inch of this, or this video would be forever. So I'm trying to cover some highlights.
Okay.
So here he's talking with what he thinks to be a date, but is actually a undercover reporter. He says, we have diversity, equity, and inclusion department who is very involved in setting standards to make sure that shows have diversity. Woman says, do you think Bob has a say in the diversity stuff when they're casting people? He says 100%. He gives the directive for each show. Not that specifically, but hey, I want every show to have substantial diversity. They want minimum of white people.
Oh,
They
okay.
want the Latino,
Yeah.
Latinx, however they're choosing to call that crap now. They want brown, and browner, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And gay, and gayer.
I wish they would stop forcing it.
He says a relatively large percentage of our top writer creators happen to be gay. Just happens to. I mean, just like if you say whatever, I don't know, whatever 10 or 15% of the population is gay, I would guess that 30 or 35% of our top writers happen to be, gay. And so I think a lot of them lean into trans stories more than the average straight writer would.
So they're hiring all gay people.
Why are they having a majority of these diverse people? When I say a majority, I mean almost exclusively, when they only represent at best 10% of the people on Earth.
True. What do you think?
It's stupid. I mean, they're forcing white straight people out, and it's supposed to be a fun family cartoon or just a fantasy world or whatever the case. They just need to stop this.
Here he says, I think there's certainly a belief that it's just good for society, but there's also a belief we're going to make money if we appeal to a wider variety of people, and it's a good thing. We have shareholders too, and diversity helps with that. They actually think it's going to help society by showing a bunch of gay brown people calling their pronouns out.
It's not going to help society. It's going to help crumble it.
there's a real focus on every show, and I'm sure the movies too, though I don't deal with that side of it. Just making sure that the writers have real diversity, not just gender or sexual orientation. Making sure they're hiring some writers who have certain disabilities where they wouldn't have hired them before.
Well, this is all kind of messed up.
Yeah, hiring people with disabilities, that's all right as long as it's not, sacrificing the good writers for the ones with disabilities. I have no problem with people with disabilities working. I do have a problem when they're sticking in people in wheelchairs in comics when you're going, what? That doesn't even make sense. They're wearing a cape and they're floating in the air, but they have a wheelchair strapped to their ass.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
This has happened in certain comics. It has definitely happened. And it sounds unreal. It's being done.
Well, the thing is it seems to me they're just hiring people strictly for their looks, how they look, or their disability, or whatever, and they don't have any skill.
Yeah, what happens when they get a white person that looks real, near black?
Yeah.
I guess as long as they claim they're black, He says here, they say they don't care, but the truth is, to some extent, they do. If you're mixed, you don't look black at all, which sometimes happens. Then they're like, oh, I'm not sure, but if you're mixed and they're part black, but not that black, then okay. Ooh, that's worded all kinds of funny, but I get the gist of it.
Oh, this is so wrong on so many levels.
Do you think you'll have an opportunity at Disney? I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I'm all sort of well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it. But as far as Disney is concerned, I'm a white male that's not who they're looking to promote at the moment.
Oh.
I mean, I've been at the company for 11 years now, so I have friends in HR and I have friends in those divisions, and they're like, look, nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for this job. They're just not, that's not who they want.
So if you really want a job and you're white, you just can't get it?
Yeah.
Oh, if you want a grunt job and you're white, you might can get it. But I have literally been turned away from places for being white. You've seen it.
Yeah, you tried to. They wouldn't even hire you at the slaughterhouse because you weren't Spanish.
Yeah.
And you had too much identification.
Yeah.
It's pitiful.
But I'm not gonna get into all that. The woman says, and so it's probably fair that Disney would say, we don't want a white person to play this role. He says, yeah, I mean, they're very careful about messaging because they don't want to get sued for discrimination in either direction. But certainly there have been times where there's no way we're hiring a white male for this.
And they're supposed to be inclusive.
Oh, they sound awful.
Well, that's Disney. I kept trying to tell you.
I didn't know.
You didn't believe it.
I didn't know Disney got this bad.
Why do you think I don't want to watch newer Disney stuff?
I understand now.
Oh, it's not just Disney. It's damn near everything now. It's beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, it's video games and TV shows and politics.
Hey, for you viewers, you can write your comment on your opinion on this as long as you're civil about it.
Yeah.
I welcome the comments.
It'd be nice to have a conversation. Oh, here she comes, everybody. Oh, there's Super Puppy. Hi, Nanette. Oh, Nanette. Oh,
So
my
cute.
goodness.
Of course, I just had to put the puppy in the video.
Oh, Nanette. Come here, Nanette.
And it is entirely uncooperative.
Come here, Super Puppy. Come on. Come, Super Puppy. Oh.
Yeah, that's it for this one.
I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, Nanette. Say goodbye. Bye. Thank you everybody for watching our video, and hope you liked the video, and like and subscribe. We're on YouTube and Rumble, and we'll see you on the next